Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria 2 Advanced Academy. This episode we're going to look at your land combat strategy. I've loaded in as the USA and we're going to conquer Cuba. Let's zoom in, yes. I have two transport fleets lying ready and we're going to declare war on them. Just there, yep. Okay, let's conquer. First, I'm going to show you how I will do it, and then I'm going to explain you how everything works in a game. And let's give a little spoiler. I'm going to conquer this very fast, and I'm going to explain you why. Skip to the pop-up messages, and let's go. So before I started my campaign with the USA, I did some research on the troops and fill in some numbers and calculated which composition of the troops was best for them. So I'm now working with stacks of 10 troops with the same amount of units of each type in it. So the first region is occupied. Let's go to the second one and look at this. 19 days. Only 19 days to conquer Santiago de Cuba. And that's really, really fast. Before I discovered this, I was conquering at the rate of 100-ish days, so it's kind of an improvement. Skip to this one. Interesting. Yes. Unfortunate. And there's the second one occupied. 29 days. It's a little bit longer because they had to fight some battles. Move to the next one, and there's the third one occupied. How long is that? 21 days. Look at this. 21 days. It's going really, really fast. This one. And the last one is occupied. It's being occupied. So, and how long did this one take? 16 days. Now that's a record. 16 days to occupy one province. That's really, really fast. I did my campaign with the USA and I conquered the south within a year or so. But now we're only 2 months in the war and we already won it. It's also a little bit small, but hey, look at the bright side, right? Okay, now I'm gonna explain you a little bit of the mechanics of the game and the best composition of an army. Okay, let's look at my third army there, and first off, organization. Currently, my organization rate at this army is 19.9, and it represents how orderly the army is. And if it reaches 0 in a battle, you lost because the army has been defeated. Organization is gained through three ways. First one is via research. Different texts allows you to have more organization. The second is the amount of money goes into your army. First off is obviously military spending, but also your army stockpile counts quite heavily. Third one is your general. It may add or deduct from your organization rate. If you are in a battle, organization is going down, and after a battle you either lost or won, organization is regained by time and influenced by morale. And also morale is gained through research and your general. So let's look at my general for a second. Yes, and look at this for a second. He has attack +1, defense +1. So basically, for every troop in this army, its attack value goes up by 1 and defense value goes up by 1 either. Now he's bad at morale, -90%. So that means it'll take you long to regain your organization rate. But organization is a very big plus, +15. That's quite good for a general. Then we're going to look at just a unit. You see the guard, for example, it has 10 attack points. Obviously, we've been a while in the game, so it's influenced by research points. And 12 defense, discipline 100%. I'm going to explain to you later what that means. Maneuver 2, and max speed 5 km/h. I think attack and defense are the most simple ones to explain it. When your army attacks, the attack points counts in, and where you are being attacked, the defense points counts. And this is just the basic of which the battle and mechanics work. But they are influenced by some things like discipline. Now, discipline is a factor for organization as well as morale, and it's when you are obviously in a battle, organization rate is going down, and the higher discipline rate you have, the less it's going down. So it proves your loss of organization in a battle. Maneuver is 2 at this unit, and maneuver is the ability to cross attack in a battle. I cannot show now because we're not in battle, but when you are in a battle, all the units are lined up, and some units also can attack not directly in front of them, but from the side to the side of another unit. And that's the flanking ability. If you have a value of 1, you can attack only 1 unit in front of you. If you have a maneuver of 2, you can attack 2 units extra, 1 of the left and 1 unit at the right of the unit in front of you. Okay, going to artillery. You see here some new stats, and it's called support. And support is an interesting one, and also a very useful one. It counts when the unit is in the second row of the battle, and then its attack or defense points are going to be multiplied by the support rate. So in this case, if we're being attacked and the artillery is in the second row, our defense points is going to 8 times 3, so 24 points. And let's sink in this for a second. 24 points, that is a lot in the second row. So it's very, very useful. It is very, very much damage, and that's why artillery is the best support unit in the game. Also, engineers do have support, but it's not as much as artillery. Okay, the next one is very obviously, and that is strength of a unit. Now, strength is just you have standard 3000 units in, and currently they are less than that in one division. So that's the amount of strength being in an army. See, the strength level is quite high. It's I have 28,000 men out of 30,000. So that's less than 10%. That's more than 90% strength. So that's quite good. Okay. Okay, the first one for that is useful for your occupation is reconnaissance. And basically, I'm going to first let me explain you how occupation works. You have a certain amount of units in an army, and the more units you have, the faster you occupy an area, a province. I'm sorry. That goes to a max amount of 15 units. So currently I have 10. And what reconnaissance does is it multiplies your amount of division, your amount of men. Okay, now for occupation. There are 3 things that counts for occupation. First one is the amount of divisions in an army. Second one is the reconnaissance point, and the third one is fortresses versus siege points. Basically, how occupation works is when the amount of divisions in an army counts for how fast you occupy a province. If you have 1 division, it will take twice as long as when you have 2 divisions. As simple as that. That goes to the max amount of 15 divisions. I currently have 10 because it works for me. It's for me the perfect army size. You see the SAR has at this moment 3 reconnaissance points, and it's 2 at the beginning of the game, so it's very good. And what reconnaissance does, it improves the speed of an occupation, and it will speed up your occupation very, very much. Also in battle, it also comes in handy because it also reduces the digging cap of your opponent. Okay, one value I didn't talk about is military tactics. And what military tactics do, it reduces the amount of damage taken in battle, and it is very handy, and it is gained through generals and also through technology. In the right tabs you see tactics plus 25%, plus 25, and also morale is gained there. And you see that is quite much. If you have more tactics, the less amount of damage you take is going to add up. Okay, now head back to the army. See, my army is composed of 5 guards, 1 hussar, 1 engineer, and I forgot to tell you something about the engineer. The engineer has siege points, and what a siege point do is actually reduce the effect a fortress has on the army. I think you obviously know that when the enemy has a fortress in a province, your occupation rate will go up significantly. And what siege does is reduce that level of fortress. So currently this card has 2 siege points, which means that a level 2 fortress in a province will reduce to level 0, and that means quite a lot. Okay, you see that my army is composed of 10 units, and I'm also gonna explain you why, and that's that reconnaissance and siege points goes for one division of engineer and hussars, and it counts for 10 units in total of an army. So that means that if I had 3 more guards and 2 more artillery, so I have 15, my reconnaissance rate of 3 will drop down to 2, and my siege rate of 2 will drop down to 1.3-ish. So, and when I have 10, the rates are perfect, and when I will have 15 units, I should also have an hussar extra and an engineer extra, and I don't want that, because then I have too much of those units, because they don't add very much in battle, and I want to keep a strong backbone of guards and artillery. So that's it for this episode. I hope you learned from it, and if you have questions, just ask in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.